Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Captain Flowers, and welcome to another House Party 5v5 League of Legends Shoutcast. This one is the grand final match, and I mean the grand final match. I'll explain that in just a moment, of the House Party 5v5 Academy League Dragon League division. That means it's for players silver and bronze, although I believe there is a single gold 5 player in here. I'm pretty sure he would have started off silver and then climbed up to gold 5 during the course of the season. But anyway, it's Final Boss in the blue versus Occam's Razor in the red. And the reason I called this the final matchup is because this is Game 5 in a best-of-5 series. It's tied up 2-2, and whoever wins this game is going home champion. Final Boss versus Occam's Razor. Final Boss in the blue, Occam's Razor in the red. Final Boss consisting of American Idiot on the Lucian, Aerostalgic on the Taric, Cosmic Juice on the Malphite, Uzi Daitenchi on the Rumble, and Deathbringer 333 on the AP Kog'Maw mid lane. Their opponents on Occam's going to be Sandusky's Lawyer on the Caitlyn, Funk MD on Zyra, Dr. Fake Love rocking the Gragas, Hitmonchan on the top lane Echo, and Team Sith rounding out the roster on that mid lane Syndra. Lane swap's going to be pulled out by both squads this time around. And this is something fun to see, in my opinion, in these games of lower-level players, especially when everybody in the game is silver. Lane swaps are hard to do for a lot of players. It's a different concept. It's really strange. Fake Love going to be stunned up. Beautiful play attempt by Aerostalgic. A good heal from Sandusky's Lawyer going to keep that jungler alive. But man, that flash stun from Taric underneath the turret range was almost enough to secure a very early, very unexpected first blood. And now Aerostalgic and Cosmic Juice are going to do everything they can to hold the line on this outer turret and not allow that lane swap to be successful. Hitmonchan going to use his TP going to the top half of the map, looking to stop the push from his opponents as well. And I guess we're not actually going to see the typical lane swap turrets being traded by 4 minutes in. Teams are opting to take people to the opposite ends of the map and defend those turrets from falling. Thing is, the turret for Final Boss is much lower than the one for Occam's Razor is on the top half of the map. Looks like we will see Uzi Daitenchi stealing away that enemy red buff, going for the jungle invade, realizing his opponents were putting a lot of effort, a lot of resources into the other end of the map, so why not go for the top side? Why not make your play there? One thing I'm realizing is that my scoreboard is completely not where it's supposed to be, so give me just 1 second to arrange this thing so we can see where everybody's supposed to be to properly compare them. There we go. Everything's right where it's supposed to be now. Uzi Daitenchi here in the top lane, looking to make the gank onto Hitmonchan, flashing himself away. Puts himself a little bit too far forward and then gets a little bit afraid of exactly how much damage Hitmonchan's going to unleash. Realizing if he gives away those double buffs, it's going to be disastrous. Cosmic Juice and Aerostalgic looking to force the fight 2v2 here in the bottom lane. But it's really difficult for two melee champions, both of them without gap closers, to do a lot against Zyra. That's the kind of situation Zyra dreams of. Deathbringer going to be stunned here, mid lane, as Team Sith looks to make the play, but doesn't quite have the resources she needs to go for anything too crazy yet. Looking at the farm across the board, 6-13 on the top side, 14-9 in the jungle, 22-26 mid lane, 21-27 in the AD carry position. It's a 100 gold difference, more like 150, separating these two teams at this point. So nothing too crazy yet as both sides continue looking for opportunity to do what they need to do. We're going to see American Idiot's Lucian rotated back down towards this bottom side, looking to make some kind of a play, or just go back to farming where he's supposed to be farming. They want to send Cosmic Juice back up towards the top end of the map. He's got TP available. I don't know if he's going to use it immediately. There is a wave crashing into the turret as we speak. He'll likely go back and stop before he heads topside, but he is going to lose a lot of farm for it. 23-7 in terms of top laners. Farm across the board, except in the jungle role, is going the way of Occam's Razor. And that's what these guys want to see. Again, this is Game 5. Every little thing matters. Every little advantage you can eke out for yourself is going to add up to potentially create a win. Cosmic Juice works his way into the top half of the map. His opponent completely out of mana now, so he's sitting in a pretty nice spot, but he's going to have to be concerned as the lane continues. Funk MD going to eat some pain from American Idiot, and now that there's actually somebody down here that can put some damage into the Zyra, some damage into the Caitlyn, a non-melee champion with a dash, Sandusky and Funk MD are going to have to be just a little bit more mindful. They're still in a good spot. Caitlyn Zyra is still a very oppressive lane for the very limited range of American Idiot and Aerostalgic, but it's not nearly as uninteractive as Malphite Taric was with those two. Malphite's still all aboard the struggle bus, though. 12 farm compared to 30 is not exactly what you want to see. Now, Deathbringer 333 on this AP Kog'Maw mid lane. This is a very unusual pick. AP Kog'Maw mid is not something you see very often or at all. Zyra's damage going to come through a little bit onto Aerostalgic and American Idiot, but they heal right back up. Last game, and of course you guys didn't get to see this one because this is the only game from this series that I am going to be uploading to YouTube. Deathbringer 333 went something completely disgusting, like 9-1 and 13 or something along those lines on this AP Kog'Maw. Had a fantastic showing. Did a wonderful job. Put down the damage. Barely ever died. I actually believe the only time he did die was in the game-winning push where they were just all on the enemy nexus with barely any health remaining, and he was one of the people who died. So a great performance from him. I'm excited to see if he's able to do it again this time around. Sandusky's Lawyer going to take some poke here in the bottom side. And he and Funk MD aren't sitting too pretty right now. Because although they have that range advantage, although they have that super harass-heavy lane, their opponents have healing. And they do not. And now they're down to about half HP. So they got to be careful if they try to force some kind of poke that leads to a fight. And American Idiot can close the distance. American Idiot's going to have the ability to potentially burn someone down very, very rapidly. Heal is available. Exhaust available on Funk MD too. All summoner spells across the board are actually up and ready to go, except for Cosmic Juice's Teleport and the Smite on Uzi Daitenchi and Dr. Fake. Hitmonchan looking for a trade onto Cosmic Juice. And of course, you don't like leaning against an AP champion on this Malphite. Fake Love, look for the gank here in the mid lane. It's going to be a 2v2 as Uzi Daitenchi drops the equalizer. First blood, double kill, 2 for 1 as Final Boss finds the play they're looking for. That is the power of having one jungler with the ultimate and the other not. Man, that was a great counter gank. Well played, Uzi Daitenchi, getting himself in there right as he sees the gank coming in, right as Deathbringer is on his deathbed. Uzi shows up with the equalizer and the flame spitter together. He's able to exact perfect double revenge against his opponents. And although Deathbringer does fall to the power of the Ignite from Team Sith, it's a small price to pay for picking up that double kill for the Jungle Rumble early on. Cosmic Juice forced to use Unstoppable Force to get himself away, just barely. Hitmonchan's got the kill, but he has to flash onto the turret. I shouldn't say has to, he elects to when he didn't quite need it. And that causes him to not have the flash for an escape mechanism, so it ends up being a 1-for-1. Of course, Hitmonchan gains the advantage because of the fact that he's leaving the wave under his opponent's turret. It's automatically going to reset. His opponent will lose more farm. He's still got a 20 CS advantage. He's got TP to get back to lane if he wants to. Cosmic Juice does not. Cosmic's going to have to hoof it back there the long way. Not a fun time for this Malphite. Echo's doing a great job so far. 12.6 to 12.1 thousand gold. One dragon going the way of Final Boss. I believe that was an Air Drake #1. Nope, that was an Ocean Drake first and foremost. And of course, since we are playing on the most recent patch, Cloud Drake is no longer complete garbage. They did give it a nice buff from 15 to 25 per stack. So we'll have to see how that affects teams looking to go for it, as it will be dragon #2 spawning here not that far away. Dr. Fake Love looking to maybe find a gank here in the bottom lane. Won't quite get in there just yet. He does have his ultimate available now. Last time, he pretty much learned his lesson about ganking when your opponent has level 6 and you might not. So, in his defense, he may not have known. Of course, you don't actually always have eyes on your opponent. You might not have expected him to be able to farm up that quickly. But Rumble did have it. Now Gragas has it as well. He'll be ready in the future. Cosmic Juice going for that Bomby Sender first and foremost. And that's the problem with Malphite against an AP champion, right? Malphite loves to build armor. You love to go for that Sunfire Cape first. But up against somebody like Hitmonchan, that's not going to stop the damage from pouring in. Hitmonchan is able to just bully him around very, very effectively. And Dr. Fake Love now going to be likely killed himself. Hitmonchan looking for yet another one onto Cosmic Juice. Won't quite find the damage he's looking for. Fake Love keeps himself alive ever so barely as Hitmonchan wants to continue going up under the enemy turret. What can he find? That's going to be the question. He already used Chrono Break, so he won't have that to look to try to sneak a kill in there if he can bait Cosmic Juice into the wrong spot at the right time. Funk MD continuing to poke at American Idiot and Aerostalgic. But again, they've got to be mindful of the healing available in this bottom lane. Uzi Daitenchi looking for the gank once more. One Electro Harpoon connects. Won't find anything else. Equalizer not available. Don't think we're going to see him go for the dive here, but we might. They do have Tarek ultimate good to go if they choose to go down that route. Aerostalgic backing himself up. American Idiot down to about half HP. That was not the kind of play these guys were looking to make. Uzi Daitenchi putting himself a little bit too far forward under the enemy turret. Hitmonchan might be in a questionable spot himself. Uzi Daitenchi going to be taken low. Aristalgic and American Idiot looking to force the fight. They're able to find the kill onto Sandusky's Lawyer. Cosmic Juice wants to go deep under the turret to find Hitmonchan, but Time Winder's going to stun him up under the turret long enough to at least almost make it a 1-for-1. Double kill in the bottom lane. American Idiot cleans up Funk MD. Hitmonchan also dropping in the top side while Cosmic Juice gets away from the turret, at least for the time being. Dr. Fake Love's here with his mop and bucket to clean these guys up as Uzi Daitenchi gets himself away from that bottom lane outer just ever so barely as Fake Love still looking to mop up this Malphite. Barrel's not going to connect. Cosmic Juice still on the run. Teen Sith's going to make her way over here to block these guys from getting in range in time to potentially save their ally. Cosmic Juice, he's not going to be safe. There's nobody nearby. I'm talking about the hypothetical teammates that might be coming if you're on the side of Occam's Razor and you don't know if anybody's nearby. But there was nobody coming. Teen Sith made sure she cut him off in case there was somebody making their way over there. But since there wasn't, it was an easy pickup. 3-6 now. Occam's Razor still down about 2,000 gold as the game's looking pretty nice for Final Boss early on. All right, I had to take a break for a drink of water there just for a second, but now we're back. 1 turret to 0, 1 dragon to 0. Objectives favoring the side of Final Boss as Occam's Razor is yet to find anything. A very good cast from Fake Love into the stun from Teen Sith, but Aristalgic has made his way over to the fight. He can keep his mid laner alive long enough to allow Deathbringer to flash over the wall and get himself to safety. 5-man push from Final Boss into the mid lane. Equalizer is available on Uzi. Cosmic Juice does not have Unstoppable Force. Taric Ultimate, Cosmic Radiance, I believe is the name of that one. Yep, I haven't seen too much of Taric ever since the remake, so I don't exactly have that 100% confidence in the ability name. Equalizer is going to be dropped. A very strange positioning on it, but it stops Fake Love from getting himself involved in the defense immediately. They're going to find some decent damage on this outer turret, but not enough to actually take it. Uzi's playing very, very aggressively. His positioning is so far forward that if his opponents ever get a chance to catch him out with a cast or a Syndra stun, he's going to be punished very, very rapidly. Good stun to Deathbringer and American Idiot. Deathbringer only going to be knocked away by that part of the stun. Knock up onto Teen Sith. Easy kill. Now they'll find Funk MD. Uzi Daitenchi picking up the double. And now Final Boss is going to be looking for turret number 2. They won't look for long. They have already found it. They're going to be gunning for number 3, the tier 2 here in the mid lane as they push up. Unthreatened, unfazed, unstoppable so far early on in this game. 8-3 for Final Boss. Occam's Razor has got to be sweating because things are going from bad to worse. The inhibitor turret now under pressure in less than 14 minutes. Uzi Daitenchi's Flame Spitter is going to tick onto Fake Love, which means Uzi's going to be tanking the turret for way too long. He's not going to survive, but the inhibitor turret might not either. If they can take inhibitor turret down at 14 minutes, that's going to be so huge. Funk MD going to be gunned down. A little bit more damage. Won't quite find him. Deathbringer falls. Funk's able to pick up that kill as the Kog'Maw dead body just runs screaming and hissing at him, but it won't quite be able to find it. 9-5. Occam's Razor at least takes down a couple of those enemy players as they take out the inhibitor turret, but losing a tier 3 14 minutes into the game, disastrous for Occam's Razor. Final Boss working their way down to the Dragon. I already talked about how Dragon number 2 is going to be an Air Drake. It's live right now. There's already 1 Ocean under the belt of Final Boss. Occam's Razor doesn't want to give him another objective for free. They realize Final Boss has to back out. They realize Final Boss just got done with their big push. They've probably got to bail. They don't want to be sticking around and be caught out with the pants down at the Dragon. So now we're going to see Teen Sith, Sandusky's Lawyer, and the rest of Occam's Razor work their way onto the Air Drake, look to grab this objective and not be shut out from them this time around. Dragon's going to be picked up easy breezy. Dr. Fake Love going to secure that one. Still only 2,000 gold separating these two teams. It's honestly nothing crazy. 15 minutes into the game, 2,000 gold. Yeah, it's measurable, but it's not game ending. It's not, okay, we've got to play on defense for the next 45 minutes type of a thing. The big issue is the fact that the inhibitor is exposed. That's more concerning than anything right now, because if their opponents are able to get the drop on them, if they're able to out-rotate them or find a couple of good picks, they can make the play. And here come those picks. Teen Sith going to be killed immediately. Never mind flashing herself away with the power of the heal. Now she dies. Funk MD the next one to go. Cosmic Juice. Beautiful 3-man knockup. Killing spree. Deathbringer 3-3-3 is able to find the kill on a Teen as American Idiot barely keeping himself alive. Fake Love almost able to find the kill, but not before he's shot down. American still surviving. Not for long. Hitmonchan the last one standing for Occam's Razor. And standing he shall be as he walks away, barely keeping himself alive. No mana left. But his opponents do not care. They're gunning for the enemy inhib. Problem is, death timers are so low. This is unusual. This is a very, very unorthodox situation because of the fact that you're not used to pushing onto inhibitors at 15 minutes in the game. You're not used to these super low death timers. So these guys are taking this down thinking, okay, push inhibitor, we can get inhib. This is easy because you're used to a 40-second death timer. 20-second death timers are a lot different because once you push up, you don't have the time to take that down. So even though the fight looked really good for Final Boss, even though it was great for them, they weren't able to get anything out of it. Fantastic flank, phenomenal flank, really, coming out from Final Boss there, though. Aristalgic gets himself into the back line, delivers a great dazzle, stunning multiple people. Cosmic Juice's knockup hit 3 different members of Final Boss, of Occam's Razor, excuse me. And then the big problem in that whole fight was the fact that Teen Sith looked like she was going to die instantly, but she survived with just a sliver of health, and that was enough for Sandusky's lawyer to pop the heal, keep her alive, allow her to walk away, and she could still unload her ultimate before she actually dropped. And that had a pretty decent impact because that meant that American Idiot was actually going to die. Enough damage was put onto him that he ended up falling in that fight. So that was pretty big. Because of the fact that she survived with that initial 50 HP, that went a lot further than you would think. It ended up putting the kill onto the enemy AD carry. Aristalgic going to be bound up under the enemy turret. Dr. Fake Love going to be looking to secure some kind of a kill onto someone. Good Zyra knockup onto 3 different members of Final Boss. Occam's Razor maintains their defense for now. Equalizer going to be used. Not exactly where you wanted to see it used there from Uzi Daitenchi. He kind of used it after the fight had been done, after everybody else's cooldowns were still winding back up to be ready to go in for round number 2. He just kind of throws it out, finds a little bit of damage, but nothing where they can force something else from it. Hitmonchan going to be taken low. One more Kog'Maw ultimate might just burn him out. Uzi Daitenchi still barely getting himself away as Fake Love and the rest of Occam's Razor have held the line, but how much longer will they be able to do so? Got Sandusky's lawyer in the bottom half of the map, and without Caitlyn around to maintain this defense, it's likely going to be another Tier 1 falling by the wayside. Uzi Daitenchi bound up on the turret. Funk MD walking himself away as Teen Sith caught out by yet another knockup. A beautiful unstoppable force from Cosmic Juice as Hitmonchan works his way back into the fight, but he's exhausted. He's alone. He can't quite find the kills he needs. Uzi Daitenchi needed to keep walking away there, but he wasn't able to get himself out in time. Hitmonchan's going to take one more bullet to the back, and he will fall 15-8. Final Boss over Occam's Razor, looking real strong. 4,000 gold lead, 18.5 minutes into this game, as American Idiot and Deathbringer still have their tank line, and they're still looking to push further and further up. Fake Love looking to make some kind of a play on the Deathbringer if he can, but he walks a little bit too far forward. One more Kog'Maw ult, just barely missing him, won't be able to find the kill as Fake Love connects with that kill onto the enemy AD carry with the help of the turret. Turret's still under pressure though, barrels continuing to fly out, turret still being melted away. Fake Love jumping back in. I don't know about that one, Kev. Not exactly the kind of play you were looking to make, as Deathbringer might be caught out here. Aristalgic trying to walk himself away. Teen Sith decides to go for whoever she can find, but Arrow's still alive. Slow going to be used. Teen Sith, there's no justice for her, as Aristalgic and Deathbringer both walk themselves out. That is just a heartbreaker if you're Teen Sith. You're almost able to find the kill onto 2 different members of the enemy team, and they both escape. Tarek must have got away with 20 health there, and the Kog'Maw got away with barely over 100. Not what you want to see. That's the kind of thing that can just tilt you into the next world, if that happens too much. And of course, in game number 5, it's even worse, because the pressure's on right now, man. This is where the game reaches its culmination. This is the apex. This is the climax. This is where everything happens. And when something like that happens in a game like this, that can really make you frustrated. And you got to make sure those frustrations don't get to you, because you got to stay focused. Because after this, there's no more second chances. There's no more, okay, if we lose this one, we win the next 2, we're fine. After this, it's all going to be said and done. Uzi Daitenchi looking to find the kill into Funk MD, able to find a decent amount of damage. The exhaust will not allow him to find the kill just yet. Funk wisely walking himself away. He's got the teammates nearby to finish this kill off. There's no reason to stick around and potentially risk dying. Uzi Daitenchi is going to be picked, and that is just what the doctor ordered for Occam's Razor. $16-10 now, 35.2 to 32.4 thousand gold. Still only 3K separating the teams. American Idiot and Deathbringer. American Idiot baits him forward a little bit. Teen Sith just takes that one step too far, and Deathbringer immediately cleans her up with a burst from the AP Kog'Maw. Now that their mid laner is dead for the next 25 seconds, she didn't get to use summoner spells, ultimate, anything. She had no real impact on the fight that's about to happen. Sandusky's lawyer going to be knocked up into the air. Hitmonchan Looking to dive deep onto Deathbringer, immediately popping a chrono break, getting himself back to safety. Fake Love still looking to force this fight. They don't want to lose Inhib 21 minutes into the game. It's very, very difficult to deal with super minions at this point if they start pouring in, and that's exactly what Final Boss is looking to make happen. Funk MD going to be killed. A very nice artillery shot from Deathbringer. Fake Love trying to walk away, won't do it. Double kill here for Deathbringer 333. Mid lane inhibitor likely going to fall. Teen Sith will have to make some kind of a crazy play. Not quite going to find it. Sandusky's lawyer off the side, trying to find those pot shots wherever he can. Headshots, normal shots, traps, peacemakers, anything he can do to try to whittle away at these guys. But none of it's going to connect. None of it's going to be there in time. And now we've got a 4,000 gold game plus a mid lane inhibitor down at 21 minutes. I talked about it just moments ago. I'm going to mention it again because of how big it is. Those super minions are not easy to deal with at this point in the game. There's nobody on the side of Occam's Razor that can just gun those things down and deal with them super effectively. Caitlyn has one item. She has Infinity Edge, Berserker's Greaves, and pieces of some sort of an evolution of the next item. She's not going to destroy those quickly. She's not going to farm up effectively, walk over, gun the minions for 5 seconds, walk back to the team and continue doing what she's supposed to do. This is going to be a hard life for Occam's Razor to effectively deal with the threat generated by those minions. Now Earth Drake number 1 is going to fall. Final boss is going to go 2-1 in Dragon count, and Air Drake number 2 will be the 4th dragon spawning this game 6 minutes from now. Uzi Dai Tenchi and the rest of Final Boss doing a great job so far of maintaining control and order over this game. They are controlling the tempo, the momentum, everything so well, and now they've got to decide what to do next. You've got the mid lane inhibitor down. There's a ton of free pressure in one lane, so you got to pressure somebody else. Now you could pressure in the bottom half of the map. You could go for that second inhibitor, or you could pressure top side, go for the remaining tier 2, the last standing turret outside of the enemy base, or you could try to set up a Baron. And it comes down to what Final Boss wants to go for here. It looks like we are going to see the push into the top half of the map, go for the tier 2. And I like this play, because what this play says is we're going to force the play onto the tier 2. And if you try to defend it, we might be able to catch you out because we have Equalizer, which is very, very strong for isolating somebody who walks too far forward. And then if we do catch somebody out, we're right next to Baron, so we can take that. Having the flash, getting himself away to safety. Deathbringer and the rest of Final Boss still doing just fine for themselves. This turret is so low, they don't even need the minions. They're just going to walk out, kill it immediately, force their opponents back. Equalizer going to be used. Unstoppable Force is flashed away from by Teen Sith. That would have been the 3rd time that Cosmic would have connected that. Teen was ready, flashed herself away. Good response, good reaction time coming out from her. As now the rest of Final Boss has to decide, what are we going to do? We don't have Malphite ultimate. So looking to force a fight without Unstoppable Force available is not the best idea. I'm not really a big fan of that plan of action. I feel like right now you fall back, you bait the Baron, clear the wards away, get your opponents to come out of hiding and see what you can do there. A lot of wards being placed down in the top side enemy jungle by Final Boss. They're keeping an eye on Occam's Razor, making sure they know if the Razor players come in and try to steal this Baron away. What they haven't done is use their sweepers in the pit. Aristalgic needs to make sure they get rid of those wards. There we go. Now we're getting rid of them. Now we actually have that control. Over the wall comes Fake Love, but he's just a second too late. Top of the cast into Uzi Dai Tenchi as Hitmonchan and Sandusky looking to find the kill into Deathbringer, and they found him. This might be the success that Razor's looking for. A little bit more damage onto Uzi will bring him down as well. Fake Love looking to throw out the cast. Nostalgic needs to eat that ace in the hole, and he's done it. Very well played. Fake Love gonna fall as American Idiot now under the turret, gonna be stunned up. A little bit more burst. Hitmonchan's got him. Sandusky's lawyer looking to run away now from Aristalgic, but Tarek just bashes him down with the power of the hammer. Uzi Dai Tenchi looking for more. Won't quite be able to find it until the Equalizer ticks down on Funk MD. Hitmonchan gonna walk away now with Teen Sith, the last 2 remaining members of Occam's Razor. Final Boss only with Cosmic Juice and Aristalgic remaining with the Baron buff. But here is the cool thing. You still got Baron buff ticking on 2 people, one of which is a guy who can split push thanks to his teleport, so you're still able to run the 4-1 split that is just so awesome to do with Baron. And that's what I fully expect to see these teams do. You've got teleport up on Cosmic Juice, run the 4-1. Send Cosmic Juice top or bottom, send the rest of the team to the other location, and just start pushing 4-1. If the fight breaks out on the 4, bam, Cosmic Juice shows up, he's got the TP, looking to make something happen. If they try to answer Cosmic Juice in the 1v1 with Hitmonchan, Cosmic 6, 2, and 7, he's not worried about just getting beat down by the Echo anymore. It's not really going to be that big of a problem. It looks like we're not going to see the 4-1, though. It's just going to be the 5-0. Everybody from Final Boss piling into the bottom lane, looking to force the end of the game here very, very soon. Deathbringer 3-3-3, going to take out this last remaining pink ward in the bottom side of the enemy jungle that they placed down. We are seeing a push from Hitmonchan and FunkMD in the top side. They're going to be looking to threaten onto the tier 2. But that's not a good plan right now. They need to get back. They don't have time to push onto this tier 2. I don't know what the plan is. Stun's already been used from Teen Sith. Aerostalgic, Cosmic Juice, the rest of Final Boss are looking to make the play. Beautiful initiation. Teen Sith's already dead. Fake Love, next one to go. Red Inhibitor respawned just in time for Inhibitor turret number 2 to fall. Hitmonchan, get back to base. Your friends are going to be needing ya. Inhibitor number 1 has fallen in the bottom lane. Inhibitor number 2 is going to be retaken very, very shortly here in the mid lane. Sandusky's lawyer killed instantly. Forget inhibitors. The game is going to end. Final Boss takes down Occam's Razor. They're going to burn through Nexus turret number 1. Nexus turret number 2 going to be the next one to go. And that is all she wrote. Final Boss takes it. Hitmonchan trying to defend as good as he can, but what is he going to do alone? The Nexus explodes, and Final Boss takes the game 3-2 at the end of the series. Congratulations, Final Boss. You guys are the Academy League Dragon League champions. GG, well played to both sides. The fact that this went to Game 5 meant that it was a hell of a series. Both teams fought their hearts out, and in the end, Final Boss was able to reign supreme. Congratulations to American Idiot 00, Aerostalgic, Cosmic Juice, Uzi Daitenchi, and Deathbringer 333. Hell of a good job, guys. Very well played. Again, another well played extended to their opponents. Sandusky's Lawyer, FunkMD, Dr. Fake Love, Hitmonchan, and Teen Sith. Second place is nothing to be ashamed of. They got further than every other team, and it was a lot of fun watching them play against Final Boss here tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this cast. If you did, feel free to leave any comments, criticisms, suggestions, anything like that in the comments section below. I look forward to reading them. I always like to hear what people think could be improved on, what people thought was really awesome or was really not. I'm Captain Flowers. If you want to be a part of this type of thing in House Party 5v5, Academy League is always ongoing. They come out every couple of months. That's about how long the seasons last. So if you're watching this video shortly after it was uploaded, chances are signups are open right now. Check out reddit.com/r/houseparty5v5 to see how you can sign up and take part in the activities, be part of all the fun, all the competition. And if you get to finals, I'd love to cast your game as well. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch y'all next time.